Hey there, friends and foes. This is Back of the Cereal Box, New Comics. Yum! I am your host, the prophet of pop culture, John Pica, but you can call me Johnny, and I just realized my cord is wrapped around my mic. There we go. How you guys doing tonight? I hope you guys are having a great Wednesday night. It is Wednesday night, June 30th, 2021. Unbelievable. Tomorrow is the first day of July. Where has this year gone? And if you're watching, I want you guys to post comments like Ryan Permisson. Happy Wednesday, he says. I say, yes, it is a happy Wednesday, Ryan Permisson, because today is New Comics Day. And I went to the comic book shop today, and I'm going to share with you guys the new comics that I got today. But we have something important to talk about before we do that. First of all, if you guys haven't seen Loki episode 4 yet, I'm not going to spoil it. Here was my live reaction. Holy crap! What? I knew it! I knew it! Oh my God! Whoa, holy crap. That was my reaction to Loki episode 4. Ryan Permisson says, just got back issues of The Shadow and Spider-Man 2099 in the mail. So I guess you had those graded and slabbed, Ryan Permisson. Tell us what you got on those. And Eli Cash says, hey, 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 we're the monkeys. And people say we monkey around, but we're too busy singing to put anybody down. Take the last train to Clarksville and I'll meet you at the station. I love the monkeys, Eli. You just, look, you guys who are watching for the first time, I'm one of those guys that you can say something and it instantly reminds me of a song and I've got to sing the lyrics. That's all I can do. So Loki episode 4 was epic. I would love to hear your comments. Try to keep spoilers to a minimum on this show. If you want to talk spoilers, we will be providing an outlet to that. Ryan Permisson says, not slabbed or anything. Got them from a comic shop in Florida, sent to Maryland. Oh, well, there you go. Do you guys not have comic shops in Maryland? Just saying. All right. So, big news. This is the important news. According to our Facebook poll, our Facebook fan community, we did a scientific poll. We asked people to name the number one movie of the 1980s. And there was a list of about maybe 20, 30 movies they could pick from. And in order from number 5, I hope I get this right. You know what? Let me log into Facebook real quick and just double check. Where is Facebook on this old phone? I got to turn this old phone in. But Facebook groups, boom, and we're going to take a look because the picks, the way they came out, I kind of agree with. And we're going to talk about the top 5 movies of the 1980s in order. So from number 5, starting with number 5, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh, the list has changed since this morning. All right. Well, number 5, Raiders of the Lost Ark. Number 4, The Lost Boys. And these top 3, absolutely 100%. Number 3, Back to the Future. Number 2, Empire Strikes Back. And the number one movie of the 1980s. Don't you forget about me. Hey, 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 yo. Don't you. The Breakfast Club ladies and gentlemen, the movie that defined my generation. The number one movie in the 1980s, according to our scientific community poll, was The Breakfast Club. I want to know what you guys think. Do you agree, disagree? What do you think of that list? In order, again, Raiders of the Lost Ark, Lost Boys, Back to the Future, and this is from 5 to 1. Back to the Future, Empire Strikes Back, and The Breakfast Club. So Ryan Permission says, we got shops in Maryland. I tune in to live sales from other shops. Oh, okay. So that's what you tagged me in or sent to me today. So Joe McKeel says, oh my God, the Loki end credit. I was thinking when you paused it, you had a squee. I am grooving on the cameo at the beginning. Could not have picked a better actor for that role. Well, she is the original actress or actor, if we're not doing gender pronouns. So you guys are just gonna have to watch that. That was like, I was like, oh, I forgot that reaction. Yes. And Ryan Permission says 5 favorite movies of the 80s: Batman 1989, Back to the Future, Last Crusade, The Terminator, and The Breakfast Club. Yeah, so Last Crusade is on my list instead of Raiders of the Lost Ark. And actually, Batman 89, it's kind of a tie for me between Batman 89, Last Crusade, and The Goonies. It's hard for me. Hard. Eli Cash says, eat my shorts. That's another one. Would you like another one, Mr. Bender? I said, eat my shorts. And Joe McKeel believes that The Breakfast Club is the number one movie, without a doubt. I think that movie set the tone for the last half of the 80s. It definitely defined my generation. 2 months, Bender. 2 months, I got you. You're mine. Love it. All right. Hey, it is time to talk new comics. Yum! So I went to the comic book shop today, like I do every Wednesday, and lo and behold, my local comic book shop had just about everything that I wanted on my pull list. Now, I still need to go up to the next town to get a couple of things that my local shop hasn't had. They didn't have Shadow Man number 3 or 4 last week. They didn't have Specter Inspectors this week. So, and there's a couple of others that I'm going to have to grab. But let's start with the most controversial. This story has outraged the internet before it was even published. And I'm not sure I understand why. I am talking about United States of Captain America. And it's written by Christopher. Well, the first story is You Brought Too Many, written by Christopher Cartwell and art by Dale Eggleston, or Egglesham. The second story is Tracks by writer Josh Turillo and artist Jan Bazaldua. And this basically introduces us to the Captain America of the railways. He's a kid who is homeless. He, hangs out at the rail yards, and he's inspired by Captain America to defend his turf. And this book is all about Captain America and the Falcon and U.S. agent and Bucky Barnes Winter Soldier all taking on the mantle of Captain America again to travel the country to find the shield thief. Basically, someone has stolen Captain America's shield, and they're going to go track it down. And along the way, they are going to meet local heroes inspired by Captain America. I think it's a great idea. And because this first kid that they introduce is he's not transsexual, he's not gay, he's gender neutral, or pansexual. I don't know. That just happens to be an element of who he is, but it isn't what makes him. That's not what defines him. What defines this kid is his desire to take up a symbol that means a lot to other people and to use it in the right way to defend his folks, his people. And in this case, his people are the homeless. I don't know why, and his name is Aaron Fisher. It's on the cover. I don't know why this is controversial. I don't know why the neckbeard fanboys have raged against this so much before it even came out. Story's great. I just read it before we went on the air. I'm digging it. Now, the art could be a little bit better, but great story. Great story. All right, speaking of Captain America, next on my list, I'm so excited to read this, Shang Chi #2. I've got to confess to you guys something. I was never a Shang Chi fan until recently. I got the Shang Chi Brothers and Sisters trade paperback, and it's the same creative team that did this, or is doing this. Jean Luen Yang, Dyke Ruan, and colorist Triona Farrell. But basically, the writer and the artist are both Asian. And it's basically Shang-Chi versus the Marvel Universe, but not really. He's teaming up with the Marvel Universe. First issue, he teamed up with Spider-Man. This issue, he's teaming up with Captain America. And along the way, his secret is coming out. Shang-Chi has a secret that he's keeping from the rest of the heroes of the Marvel Universe, but the Kung Fu Avenger is being discovered, but not in a bad way. Now, here's the thing. This book reads like a Kung Fu movie. They have done a phenomenal job on this character and on this series. So if you're a fan of Kung Fu movies, you're going to love Shang-Chi. Check it out. All right. I don't know what to think about this one yet. I was a fan of the Jupiter's Legacy series on Netflix, and I know a lot of people panned it, but I never read the original comic series. And this is a new, I think it's just a one-shot by Mark Millar and Tommy Lee Edwards, the creators of Jupiter's Legacy. It's called Jupiter's Legacy Requiem. And Requiem means, tribute to the dead. So I don't know if this is an after story or whatnot, but the artwork by Tommy Lee Edwards, gorgeous. Oh my gosh, so gorgeous. And Mark Millar is he's a great writer. He's the guy who created Kick-Ass and some others, created Heroes on NBC. Really just fantastic stuff. And this is the kind of artwork that I love. It's very, very simple line work, but a lot of detail in that simple line work. I mean, that facial expression, that's priceless. That's phenomenal. What great art. I haven't read this yet, but I'm looking forward to it because I did really like the TV series. Jupiter's Legacy Requiem. If any of you guys have read anything new that I'm showing, share your thoughts on it. And we got a couple of comments after Bender. Eli Cash says he's Bender to some. Yes, you are. And Ryan Permisson said he shared this. Thank you, Ryan. Appreciate that. And Eli Cash says, human scum, dude. I think you're referring to the people who are raging against the United States of Captain America before it's even been printed. All right, we're going to save the best for last. All right. So I'm super excited about this this book, because the first 6 issues were so good. I didn't look through this until just now. Crossover issue number 7. The first 6 issues were so good. It ended with kind of like a perfect cliffhanger. Like, it was a cliffhanger, but you were like, if they didn't go any further with it, you were going to be okay, and it was going to be good. Now, it looks like this story picks up with some different characters from the first 6 issues. It definitely appears that way. We'll find out. But this is by Chip Zdarsky, and pencils by Phil Hester, inks by Andy Parks. And this is just, I just love this series. Basically, comic book characters have been pulled into the real world in a crossover, hence the title, crossover. And, you know, the first 6 issues dealt with, oh, okay, so the original gang will be back in issue 8. So Madman and these characters were, I forget the girl's name, but what a great character she was. And I don't want to spoil the ending of this, but if you're familiar with Image Comics, your mouth is going to go kind of like the end of Loki, crossover number 7. And the first 6 issues were written by Donny Cates. And I want to get his series now after reading it, God Country. I've never read God Country, and it looks phenomenal. So that's on my list. And if Kelly Gettner ever lets me do an episode of Back Issue Breakfast Club, that's what I'm going to review, God Country. So I need to get that. But Donny Cates has a lot of good stuff, and I think I'm going to have to get into some of his stuff a little bit deeper. Yeah. So crossover, issue number 7, looks phenomenal. All right. I picked this up today. It's the only DC book on my pull list, the 100-page, super spectacular Green Arrow 80th anniversary, with this great cover by, who did this cover? Dan Mora. Ooh, I love Dan Mora. Dan Mora is one of my favorite artists. He did the artwork for Klaus, written by, why can I not remember who wrote Klaus? Grant Morrison. Was it Grant Morrison? No. Maybe. Anyway, Dan Mora does this cover, and there's like 10 different covers, and this is a 100-page book, and it's an anthology. And I can't tell yet if it's all brand new material or if there's some reprints, because it has stories about different Green Arrows, Oliver Queen, Connor, Hawk, Roy Harper, let's see, who else? I can't see. I think that's it. Black Canary. There's a Black Canary story in here. So, and Red Arrow. Red Arrow. There she is. Bum. So, 100 pages, all different writers, all different artists, and 80 years of Green Arrow. Can you believe that? Wow. What a milestone. 80 years. Doing something right, Oliver Queen. Eli Cash says, I'm referring to the general populace, but we can minimize to the haters. Okay. All right. All right. One last one to share with you guys tonight that I got at the comic shop tonight. And this is going to be, I've not read it yet, but I can tell you right now, this will be my pick of the week because I love these characters so much. Black Knight, Curse of the Ebony Blade, issue number 4. Dane Whitman teaming up with Elsa Bloodstone to fight Merlin and the superpowered Knights of the Round Table and to recover the Ebony artifacts. Turns out the Ebony Blade wasn't the only weapon crafted by Merlin from that meteorite. And it's the same meteorite that Mjolnir was crafted from, apparently. He also crafted a dagger, a goblet, and a shield. And when the 4 items are all brought together, they give the wielder immeasurable power. Kind of like the Infinity Stones. And it turns out that the Ebony Blade makes the wielder immortal. So, this has been a phenomenal series. I'm super excited about it. Can't wait to read this. Anytime I have Elsa Bloodstone, I get super excited about it. Let's see, who's the team on this? If I can find the credits page. Written by Cy Spurrier and Sergio Davila. Inker, and Sergio does the pencils. Inks are Sean Parsons with Mark Deering. So Sean Parsons probably did the foregrounds and Mark Deering did the backgrounds. This has been, in my opinion, the best ongoing series of 2021. This has been phenomenal. If you're not reading Black Knight, Curse of the Ebony Blade, you're really missing a great, great story. I highly recommend you go pick it up. So those are my picks this week. I'd love to know what you guys are reading, what is on your list. Post your comments down below and let us know. Also, you've seen the banner running along the bottom here. We have started something brand new. We are switching from Patreon and moving our digital tip jar over to buymeacoffee.com/cerealboxpod. Now, those of you who are already doing Patreon and helping us out there, we're not going to change anything for you guys. We're going to continue to do it. But what Buy Me a Coffee lets us do is allows you to do a digital tip in our digital tip jar to, help us create more programming. But you don't have to make a commitment to a monthly recurring contribution. So you can do a one-time, $2, $3, $5, $10, one time, whatever you want. And also, you can specify which host you want that tip to go to. So if you want me specifically to get that $10 tip or that $50 tip, you can specify that. If you want it to go to DL Memphis or D Barty or Kelly Gettner or Aubrey or Geek Gumshoe or any of the other co-hosts on Back of the Cereal Box, you can specify that. Or if you just want it to go into the general fund, which is what we recommend, you can specify that as well. And the general fund will help us keep things upgraded. Like you guys might notice, I've got a really super high def camera tonight with a stronger connection because I'm using my iPhone 12 Max Pro with 5G, and that 5G isn't from my vaccination. Can you dig that? I knew that you could. So things like that, just little upgrades to equipment, to lighting, to sound. I hope I sound okay. Check one, check. I love this microphone, by the way. This is my favorite mic. So you guys can drop a tip in the digital chip. First day with my new tongue. You can drop a tip in the digital tip jar at buymeacoffee.com/cerealboxpod. They wouldn't let us spell out the whole name. So cerealboxpod, buymeacoffee.com. And actually, you're going to buy us a bowl of cereal. And we're going to eat it on the air. And we will thank you by name when we do so. So if you like the programming and you want to support us, that would be fantastic. Now, I just broke one of the classic rules of podcasting. I'm supposed to mention my call to action up front. So next time, don't let me forget. You don't wait till the end because our viewership has dropped. They've not stuck around. So that's on me. That's on me. But if you like this show, do a couple of things. One, post a comment. Two, share it with your friends and family. 200-300 of your closest friends and family. Tell them to come share the fun. Like the page that you're watching it on. If it's on Facebook, like the page. If it's on YouTube, subscribe to the page. And like, share, comment, and subscribe. Do those things for us, and that helps us tremendously. All right, so what's coming up? If you didn't see Kelly Gettner's Back Issue Breakfast Club this morning, she reviewed Superman Birthright. Go back, watch it. It's phenomenal. Great review. Really concise review, and made me want to read it because of the writer, Mark Waid, and the artist, Linnell Francis Yu, who I love. I love his art. So I'm going to go back and read that at her recommendation. So if you're not watching Back Issue Breakfast Club, you really need to be, because you never know when you're going to find your next favorite comic series. Also, this Saturday morning on the Saturday Morning Live show on Back of the Cereal Box, we have an awesome special guest. His name is Sean Connors. Hey, Sean, how you doing if you're watching? Whoop, whoop. He is a real deal cyborg. He has an artificial heart, and he's going to be talking about that, but he's going to be talking about geek pop culture stuff with us in the virtual rec room. It's going to be a lot of fun. He's super high energy. You're going to love him. And next Monday, Case Files of the Geek Gumshoe will be back. And finally, if you missed this past weekend's shows, make sure you go back and watch Ice Cream Queens with June Cleavage celebrating Pride Month. It was a hootenanny, and it's worth watching it just to see Eli Cash commenting for the full hour. It's phenomenal. I love you, Eli. You're such a great super fan, and we couldn't do anything without you. So anyway, that is it for tonight, guys and gals, friends and foes. Let us know what you think. Continue to post comments, share, and let us know what you're reading. Let us know if you agree with my picks. Let us know if you agree that Breakfast Club is the #1 movie of the 1980s. We want to hear from you. You can post it here, or you can join our group, our community, at the Back of the Cereal Box virtual rec room right on Facebook. And you can start and be a part of the conversation as well. All right, guys and gals, that is it for tonight. Thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate you, each and every one. Ryan, Eli, Joe Dog, everyone who's been watching and commenting. We couldn't do it without you guys. You guys are the best. So until the next time, love you, mean it. We'll catch you on the flip side. You're welcome.